Shalom. Call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And a sincere shalom to the 144,000 and 1/3. Now the Spirit hopped on me, came across this video. You can see right here. Title, name of the channel, the Urban Sentinel channel. Title, Billionaire Bunkers, the Elite's Deep Underground Survival Strategy, which is prophecy that the elites of the world, Edomites, Moabites, so on and so forth, are going to hide out in their super advanced bunkers in the sky, space, if you will, in the ocean, and in the ground, in the mountains, and so forth. And you can check out this video. He dives into the topic. He's a Jake prepper. Don't see too many Jake preppers on YouTube. Mostly so-called Edomites, or they have the appearance of the Edomites, if you will. I got a few scriptures that come to mind. This is Amos, the 9th chapter, and it's titled, God's Judgment Unavoidable. I saw Yahweh standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, which is what? These bunkers that you see in the mountains, in the ground, all right, because hell represents the grave. Thence shall my hand take them. Yeah, so guess what? If you're in a bunker here in Babylon the Great, the nukes are going to melt you. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a mile down, 2 miles down, them nukes. Everybody here in Babylon the Great, whether you're a mile underneath the surface, you're going to get melted by the nukes. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Yeah, they're going to have satellite bunkers, you know, like the ISS, or whatever, the International Space Station, ISS, I think that's what it is. That's like a bunker. Pretty sure they got months, years of food and water in there, and energy and so on, and so waste management, you know, medical, you know, all those things. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. So yeah, so I remember I seen this article that went into, they created, I think it was off the coast in the Mediterranean Sea, or maybe the Serbian Sea, somewhere over there in Europe, Western Asia, whatever. They had a what is it called? Underwater laboratory. So it was a laboratory that was completely like a submarine. It was underwater, a laboratory. And you best believe they got bunkers just like that. Bottom of the ocean, probably can stay under there for years. You know, like the nuclear submarines that can last 20 years. They probably got bunkers like that can last 20 years in the bunker, underwater. Got, you know, food, got entertainment, got your doctors, you got all that there. So guess what? That's not going to save these devils from the Most High Yahweh's wrath. All right, the Most High Yahweh is going to gather them in a pit. Let's get that. This is Isaiah the 24th chapter in verse 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. So guess what? It's Amalek. Because Amalek is the first of the nations, right? Amalek, the Edomites, all right? All these heathen, you know, you got Qatar, the UAE, you got China, Japan, all these heathen. You're not just going to be the Edomites. They're just the main targets. You're going to have all these heathen kings and princes and so on and so forth that are going to be in their super advanced AI-powered bunkers at the top of the mountains, inside the mountains, in outer space, if you will, right? In the ocean. And guess what? The elect, are gonna spiritual power pull up on them bunkers, drag them out them bunkers, and they gonna get busy, literally. So let's reread this in Isaiah 24 and 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. So guess what? The elect is going to be a prophesied pit. It's going to be a pit somewhere, and the pit is just a land mass. All right, we're gonna gather them up, shackle them up with chains, all right, and put them in a pit. They're gonna be put in a prison, in a jail cell somewhere, and we just gonna let them rot there for a little bit. And guess what? Put them to work, going straight in captivity. Let's get this right here. This is Psalms 149, and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful. So this is Psalms 149 chapter and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all the saints praise ye Yahweh. There you go. And the saints are the Israelites pursuing, what is that? Psalms, I think the chapter over, Psalms 148. Let's see, Psalms 148 and verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel. A people nearer to him praise ye Yahweh. There you go. So guess what? The elect, okay, the elect, or guess what? They're gonna, when they come down off from Yahweh Shai, getting the second covenant, and they go upon the earth, they're gonna gather up, these kings, Amalek on down, and put them to work. This is Ezekiel 39 and 14. And they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land to the bury with the passengers, those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. So guess what? That's their first job as slaves to the elect. You're going to be shackled up, and you're going to be gathering up the stanky, rotting corpses, okay? And the rest of the heathen out there that aren't, kings, peasants, if you will, the commoners, in India and Europe and Canada, all right, Brazil, whatever, common heathen folk. They gonna go into captivity too, and their first line of slaves is gonna be gathering up the dead corpses. All right, so that's it for this video. Check this video going to the bunker of these super elite Urban Signal channel, and with that, shalom.